In a faraway Zen monastery hidden in a misty valley, there is a special sand garden where monks go to feel calm and think deeply. The monks carefully rake patterns into the sand to show peace, and every stroke of the rake reflects their inner calm. This garden is very important, and the monks respect it. Jiro is a young monk who feels frustrated because he thinks he can't be as calm and balanced as the other monks. He's always comparing himself to them, wanting to be just as peaceful, and it makes him feel unhappy when he thinks he isn't. One day, the head monk gives Jiro the job of raking the sand garden. This job is usually for monks who are very calm inside, so Jiro is surprised but also nervous. He wants to prove that he can do it well, but his hands shake because he's upset. As he rakes, he presses too hard, making lines that don't look smooth or peaceful. He thinks about all the ways he feels he's failed, and without meaning to, he messes up the sand even more in frustration. Now, the beautiful lines in the sand are all messed up. Jiro feels terrible and tries to fix it, but the more he tries, the more he messes up. His frustration grows, and each stroke only makes the garden look worse. Finally, tired and upset, Jiro sits on a bench at the edge of the garden. He looks at the messy sand and begins to notice his own anger differently. Instead of blaming himself, he just sits quietly, breathing deeply. He starts to realize that his calm or frustration isn't because of the sand, the garden, or the other monks. It's all about how he feels inside. With this new understanding, Jiro picks up the rake again, but this time he feels calmer. He isn't worried about making perfect lines. He just rakes the sand in a way that feels natural, letting his hands move without judgment. With each stroke, he feels more connected to himself, free from comparing himself to others. When Jiro finishes, he looks at the garden. The lines aren't the neat, even rows that are usually expected, but instead, they flow like waves or wind patterns in the sand. The garden shows both his struggle and his new sense of peace. It's messy but beautiful, just like his own journey. At that moment, the head monk arrives, looks at the garden, and gives Jiro a nod and a smile. Jiro realizes that his journey, shown in the sand, is perfect in its own unique way. True harmony comes from within, and inner peace arrives when we release the need to control external circumstances. Jiro's journey illustrates that embracing our imperfections can lead to unexpected beauty, and that self-acceptance is the path to true enlightenment.